Oh, what? Oh!
Get ready for the next round.
Dude, I went to fire and I didn't like reload it.
I know you did. No.
I just a little.
Oh.
And I landed on the Jeep for style points.
Switching operation.
See, I was excited, but you didn't hear me say, you mother ass. You know, there's a difference. What is going on, YouTube? Sith Power here. In today's video, I want to make a response video vlog to Driftor's video of how Call of Duty community is extremely negative and toxic. And I agree with you, Driftor, 110%. On a side note, Driftor, I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm subscribed to you. I watch a lot of your COD videos. They're extremely informative. There's a lot of things that sometimes I have questions on, and I go straight to your channel to get the answers. So keep up the good work, buddy. For those who do not know the video I'm talking about, or do not know who Driftor is, or do not follow Driftor, there's a link in the comments or in the description below with the YouTube video that I am replying to, because it is, I mean, amen to you, brother, because I agree with that thing. The moment I started watching it, I was like, oh my God, yes, 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 everything about it is so right, man. And the only thing is, I feel like COD has always been negative from day one. I think it's gotten worse, for sure, but it's always been negative. I remember when I first started playing Call of Duty back in Modern Warfare 2, I was new to multiplayer, and I was not good. I was, it's, everyone who starts Call of Duty at one point, especially nowadays where, you're going against people that have been playing COD for so many years, the beginning is going to be very rough. You don't know the maps, you don't know the guns. It's going to be hard to kind of do that and try to develop some accuracy or some strats or any form of gameplay that's going to help you succeed. It's rough. It is not easy. Okay, and I remember those days. And I remember getting yelled at, people saying racial slurs to me. The worst things, the absolute worst things. Now, I don't think it's as bad as it is now. I think back then it was just people would just say obnoxious comments. It was, at that time, it was a fad to just yell out the biggest obscenities and racial slurs in the world through game chat. That's just what people did. But I remember, man, I started sniping and I would be called a tryhard. Oh, I didn't quick scope. Oh, you're using this gun. Oh, you're using that gun. And I would always joke around with my friends like, what gun do you want me to use? What gun is not a tryhard gun? What gun is not a pussy gun? What gun? Like, everything I use, someone always had to criticize or say something about it or call me a piece of shit because I was using this gun or that gun. Like, it was insane. And I'm like, why do people even play this? Then it became really fun, and I started, I got over that hump. I started getting better, and the comments slowed down. But it is something extremely, extremely unfortunate that happens, and you brought up a good point. Like, how is Call of Duty going to grow? How is the community going to grow if people who are brand new to the game, whether they're young or kind of like you said, someone who's, an adult who just wants to check out the game scene, they'll have horrible matches for probably the first half of their first Call of Duty. That's just how it's gonna be. And it's very unsettling for new people to come in. They're trying to learn a new game. Hey, everyone's doing this, and then that's what happens. They're like, well, I don't want any part of this. Now, why does this happen? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we're all, in a way, keyboard warriors or internet tough guys, where we're hiding behind an alias. It's not like we all put our name and address as our gamer tag. We all have an alias, and we all are hiding somewhere in the world, and we feel that, hey, I could say or do whatever I want in this video game without repercussion. I can make my emblem a racial emblem and no one's gonna care. So what? I might get I might get sent into probation for a week or so, but that's not that big of a deal. It was worth it. Matter of fact, if you watch Drifter's video, or Drifter, if you even noticed this, in your video at the end, when the match ends, one of your players, I think the guy on your right or left, who was second place, has what looked like, I think, 2 dogs having sex with each other behind or in front of a swastika. Like, why? Why would you want to put that on your emblem? Oh, because you think it's cool, because no one's gonna know who you are. No. How do you end that? I don't know. Maybe Xbox should be a little harder, or PlayStation, when they see something like that, not just give you probation, maybe give you a probation the first time, but then just ban your ass for like the rest of eternity. Like, something has to happen in order to nip that type of shit in the butt, because people see it and other people are gonna start doing it, and they are doing it. Another thing that sucks is because no one's in like game chats anymore. Everyone's kind of secluded themselves to their own party chat with people they are friends with, or they somehow got to know through Call of Duty or through whatever. You get more messages sent to you. I can't ever have a bad game where I get a message sent to me that has a listing of things that I should do to myself. And I mean, I report each and every one of them that's offensive. Like, if they tell me you suck, whatever, I'm okay with that. But if they say you suck because you're a piece of mother, then that becomes more of an issue, and I'm not gonna, I like to report them just because I feel like that's the only way that we have right now to kind of start slowing that shit down. But it happens to everyone, and it happens more and more. I've seen it through each Call of Duty. Now, where does this come from? Again, can it be because we all think we're keyboard warriors? Sure. Maybe some of the people that we look up to in the gaming community, some YouTubers, or pro players. I mean, you watch the pro scene, and it's nothing but the most offensive, commentary there is. You got people, yelling at other people during LAN tournaments, right in their faces and stuff like that. And there are young individuals that look up to these people, and that's what they do. They think that they're, Scumpy, or not to throw Scumpy under the bus or anything like that. It's the only pro player that popped into my head at the time. But like, you see people just overreact like that. You kill a sloth, who's, I think it's funny. But if a young gamer sees some of those reactions, they're gonna do the same thing. So is that a reason? Could be. Maybe it's just kind of like you said, people like negativity. It's something that we thrive upon. No one turns on the news to see good news. We all turn it on to see bad news. So it could be a number of things. What can we do to actually fix this? You got me, man. One thing that I thought of is bring back Clan Wars. I think Clan Wars and Ghost was really good. Advanced Warfare kind of, I don't want to say shit the bed, but people didn't really care too much about Clan Wars in Advanced Warfare. But I thought they really did care in Call of Duty Ghost. It got a lot of people wanting to join clans, make groups, big groups, because they knew that the more players, the more chances at winning Clan Wars at the end of the weekend. And it really brought people together, because it's hard to bring people together in a game that's literally just based on a multiplayer. No one really buys Call of Duty for the story mode. I mean, not to knock story mode or the campaign in Call of Duty. I'm not saying it's bad or awful, but listen, there's a big bunch of us that only buy Call of Duty for the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is basically kill the other person. So how do you end that hostility? I think by making clans grow, making groups grow. I think Black Ops 3 did shit the bed in bringing in some sort of clan wars or just clans in general. They have that group thing that they started like 4 months ago that no one does, and it's awful, and I don't even know what the point was behind it. But I think bringing in clan wars, it's going to at least start bringing people in together. I remember when I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts, I had a clan of about 3 or 4 people, and it ended up being like 10, 12, 13, 14, because more people wanted to join, because they're like, I don't have a clan, and I want to win clan wars, because I want to get that gear. I want to get that what was it, that yellow camo for your, for your guy, or, obviously that's not a big deal nowadays that you could customize your character, but back then it was a big thing. It was huge. you know, get that red clan tag. We all wanted that red clan tag, man. That was like, oh, everyone's goal. And everyone wanted to join clans because they wanted all of that. And we grew, and now we have, you know, players to do, you know, competitive gameplay. If you wanted to do game battles, or, you know, if you wanted to do esports and stuff like that, we had more people wanting to do more things together as a unit. So maybe bring that back and make it actually worthwhile. Not like Advanced Warfare did, where you had a couple dumb camos, which was fine, but in a game where you could literally customize your gloves to your shoes of your character, that wasn't that big of a deal. But maybe if they bring some cool gun camo, that red clan tag, I don't know, something that's going to get people wanting to do this, maybe some free supply drops, I don't know. But bring back Clan Wars, I think, in my opinion, would be a huge thing to kind of bring the community together. Aside from supply drops and all that stuff and all the hate towards the new game, I don't think that's going to end. I think a lot of that is a fad. And the reason why I think it's a fad is because there are players that only started playing Call of Duty when Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 came out, and are complaining that they want boots to ground. How do you know you're going to like boots to ground? You never played the previous Call of Duty, so, you know, is it because you hear so-and-so say it on YouTube, or so-and-so say it here or there, that's why you want boots to ground? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just, it's very popular nowadays to just complain and complain and complain, especially in Call of Duty, like you said. And I think, you know, as much as people hate Infinite Warfare, people are going to get it no matter what. Your biggest complainers, the people that say they're done buying Call of Duty, they're going to buy it. They like the same people that said they're done getting supply drops, they still get it. I think Call of Duty the other day said how they've had this last quarter like an insane amount of supply drops being sold. So, you know, it's, people are still gonna do it. You know, I think it's a fad to complain about it, but they're still gonna do it. Anyway, that's my opinion. I mean, this topic is so huge. I could talk about every little aspect of Call of Duty, and I could be here for an hour. But you know, it's already been 10 minutes. I'm gonna end it here. Guys, let me know what you think. Drifter, if you see this video, let me know what you think about the whole Clan Wars idea. Guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe like always. Have a wonderful week, and YouTube, we'll see you soon.